Hello guys, so today's video is going to be on how to revise. So at the moment it is getting closer to exam period and the time that exams start, or usually in May, and that for me is when mine start. I thought I'd do this video because I know quite a lot of people would start to get revising now because they've got exams coming up, and I just thought I'd show you some tips on ways I revise, and what I'm using and what I find quite helpful. So I've got my phone here, and at the moment I am using an app which really comes in handy because it makes it much easier than carrying paper. So there's an app on in the Apple Store that's called Flashcards, and when you go into it, it's like this, and I'll show you what the app looks like. So the app is called Flashcards there in the middle at the top, and we're just going to go into it, and I have put all my revision like notes and stuff into it. Sorry if it keeps on going too bright. I've got my biology, physics and chemistry, and it's all there, and it just makes it much easier than carrying paper around, although I still carry like revision notes and stuff with me and I still read through them. It's like a good way to like look on your phone, like it's just a handy way to have. I mean, it's easier and it's just more reliable. So I have I'm revising for like all the three sciences, so I have chemistry here, and what you do is you click on like a topic and you go into it, and you press at the top here which says study, which means it can go like into full view. So just tap on that and it gives you like a question, and you just basically tap on it and it comes up with the answer. On the other side you have the answer, and then you just slide along and you get another question, and you basically just read through them and it gives you like the question for each. And then I have them for history, which I do have a history test soon. So I have the war in Afghanistan, Czechoslovakia, Slovakian history. Revolt, I mean. So in history you have like a 10-mark question, and in that 10-mark question you have to say when it was, why it happened and what it led to. So I've got all the information on when it happened, this is when, here. So I have all the information, and then we'll move along, and then it happened because, and then it led to. And what I do is, if your teacher always gives you like a 10-mark question to do in a lesson, like for homework, and she gets you to come back to learn it, like write it in a lesson, that's what my teacher does at the moment, and it's just really handy. And what I do when I come to actually writing the paper is, what I'd been doing is before the day, or 2 days before my homework's due and before I have to do the 10-mark question, is I get my notepad out and I revise each section, but I don't revise the last section, which is it led to. And the reason I don't do that is because I feel like if I put too much information in my head, I'm going to forget it. So I only learn the first two, and sometimes the teacher puts it on the board for us, like to look at, and then like look at it and then put it away and actually write it down. And I thought, well, if she does that again, I'm going to just, like, when it comes to the last one, I've done the first two and I know those already, I'm going to do the last one, just get as much information, and that gives me a better chance of trying to revise. I kind of just think to get me a better mark. But yeah, and that's really handy. Like, if your teacher gives you like exam questions, like little exam questions to practice on, like 6-mark questions and 10-mark questions and all that sort of stuff, then it'll help you a lot, and it'll get you into the hang of things of what you need to explain and what you need to have in certain places. It's really handy. The next thing I do is I use revision flashcards. These are the same things as like the app on my phone, but what I've done is I went out and bought these flashcards, which are actually index cards, and you can get them from Asda, and they're I think about £1.20. And these I've got 3 of these, and these just hold all my sciences. So I've got biology, which you can tell because it's living things, so it's green. We've got physics, which is like energy and wavelengths and stuff, so that's yellow. And then we've got chemistry, which is blue, because I really don't, I think chemistry is like the earth and stuff, and yeah. So what I've done is, I'm not sure if I could show you, I probably could. Yeah, I can show you. So what the teacher had done is gave us revision cards, like questions, and we had like a test a few weeks ago, and when we got our results back, she put on it, use the questions to help you revise. So I've got a question here, which says, what is incomplete combustion? Why is it dangerous? It occurs when supply of oxygen is poor. It is dangerous because carbon monoxide is a poisonous gas. And I just have those going and going and going. There's some questions that I've left out because I found them quite difficult. So over the next few days, if I ever like find the answer, or if I get help, then I can take this. And basically I've got these as well on like paper, because sometimes when like in school we are allowed to take our phones into school, like and using them at break and lunchtime and stuff, but when you're in a class you're not like allowed to have your phone out to revise. And normally like my stuff has happened where we're not allowed to have a phone out in form time, so if we want to revise we can't like have our phone out even though there's revision on it. It's just like not fair on anyone else if I had my phone out to revise. So basically I've got them on paper as well, so that I've got them on my phone. I know I've got them on my phone, but if I've got them on a piece of paper, I'm still reading what's on my phone basically. And it's just handy because yeah, you can carry them around. They're quite small, and you can just like take it out your pocket and read or test yourself, anything like that, and it really helps. The next thing that I use is my revision guide, which is the GCSE Core Science revision guide, and this is CGP, and the revision guides honestly are the best. I had a revision guide for year 7, 8 and 9, which is wrecked, and I think I'm getting rid of it. I think it's somewhere still here, but this is the revision guide that I'm using for GCSE, and does it say? And it's for the year 10 exams, because I have actual exams in May next month, which is scary that I'm saying next month. But it just has all the different subtopics, and it tells you everything that you need to know. And at the end of the topic, it has questions for you to answer, and it really helps because you revise through all this. I don't know if you can see. I have to do this. If you revise through all this bit, or revise through it, read through it, have a look through it, and then you have the questions at the end, then it's really helpful because you can like you've learned all that stuff, then you can like use these questions, and having the questions there is like these questions could be like these questions are probably similar ones to what could be in the exam. So learning these questions helps you to remember a little bit more, and that's what my chemistry teacher said, is to answer the questions and learn the questions and just revise over them and read through them and stuff like that. So if you read through questions and you answer the questions and you put them onto something like this and then maybe onto your phone, it's a really good way to revise, and it's just really helpful. It gives you basically the questions at the end. Always make sure that it relates to what you're learning. So if you look for a question on limestone, like I'm trying to think. If you try to find a question on what is electrolysis is up here, and the first sentence for electrolysis, that is basically what electrolysis is, and that is a question that I got asked in those revision cards, and just it literally, there's questions in here that relate, so the answers are basically in here, and it's just so helpful that I've tried to keep it in good condition because I don't want it to get wrecked, and so far hasn't got wrecked at all. I got this from my physics teacher. What happens, the best place to get it really is from school. Get the revision guides from school because you don't have to pay much as what you'd have to pay in the store. So if your school or any of your subject teachers offer you a revision guide, then just take it, because schools who pay for the revision guide get like this discount, and it means that they can get you to pay cheaper than what the actual cost of the book is, and it also comes with an online edition as well, which is handy. The next thing and the last thing is my books. Now these are, I've only got two at the moment. This is my physics and this is my biology, and I'm turning them the other way because they've got my information on the front, but these, I use my books as well because from what I've learned I know I'll have an answer to one of the questions in here, and it's good to have your own books with you, because if you're answering a question and you're using the answers from the revision guide, they're not your own answers. So having your books here gives you, like, everything in your books that you've learned in class are more likely to be your own work. So I've got those as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video on how to revise, and let me know if you have any revisions exams coming up, and also I'm hoping to do a Q&A soon. I put on Twitter, which my Twitter is @floral is for OX, floral girl, X for O, and I just wanted to do a Q&A, so go and check out my latest tweets. My Twitter will be linked below, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, guys. Bye.